Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at the AGL Trunks' or the AGL Great Saiyaman Trunks, the free-to-play Easy A that's been added to DBZ Dokkan Battle Global, and we'll just see how it goes. This is an Easy A area, so there's only 2 stages, 1 stone for each stage, and it's got a character limit that you've just seen on screen. Most of them are the April Fool's characters. You can see them. You've been slowly, hopefully, awakening them over time. Trunks' Easy A is pretty good. It's a youth category, attack and defense is 77%. You're going to need that leader skill to tackle on some of these stages, as Trunks is the preferred lead. And then he just gets a pretty nice boost to his passive. He goes to 90% attack and defense off the start, accelerates his crit hit gain and his attack gain, stacks defense, gets a bit of a stat boost, basically a whole bunch of buffs for Trunks there. Trunks was already one of the more usable free-to-play cards, super helpful in any long form event. He stacks really well, and that's just going to be augmented by his increased stats and his improved passive, and now he can hit some pretty good damage as well. So Trunks is looking like a real score, very similar to Ghost Tanks, probably one of the better cards overall. And then in terms of build for the stage, obviously you're going to use the Trunks as a lead. He is the lead they give you as well. So you're going to want to focus on using youth-based characters. We're talking Ghost Tanks, Bulma, Trunks, as many as you can. Alternatively, also, you just want to keep in mind that if you have the physical Ghost Tanks that also has an Easy A, you can use him as well as a lead. He is a 70% all types lead. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. This stage, you can also use the April Fool's Vegeta and Goku. Goku is a all types 44% lead, which makes him a solid option, all super types. But yeah, just keep in mind that you kind of want as many units that fit under the youth category as possible. B-Pan is really good, and then obviously we're going to take the Grandpa Gohan and Pan, but they are going to be our weakest link, as they not only don't fall under the categories, but they also are strength type, which makes them quite prone to taking damage. In terms of this first difficulty, we shouldn't have in terms of both, we shouldn't have too many problems. B-Pan can take a hit quite well if you have the strength Go Tanks instead of the physical one. He will cope more than fine, even at 55%. Your main weakness will be Grandpa Gohan and Pan, so to avoid them and taking lots of damage from them, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to move them off rotation. That's going to be the #1 policy, and from there you shouldn't have too many problems. Bulma is a solid option. She does some decent damage, and her high evasion makes her really solid in terms of defense. And then of course, obviously the Trunks is going to be our #1 unit for this stage. The one thing you do want to keep in mind with Trunks, or at least with the friendly Trunks that they give you, is that they do not put any equipment or hidden potential system in for that Trunks. So the friend Trunks is missing a tremendous amount of stats, and even the non-Easy A Trunks that you will have is still going to be a better option defensively and offensively than the unawakened Trunks. So if you have them both on the same rotation, you're just going to want to push the friendly Trunks off rotation. That's really going to help you out. Ghost Tanks is also going to be one of our best performers. His attack stats really good, plus he's going to heal us up with his skill, and we're also going to have B-Pan's skill, which is going to help us out. You can seal this Trunks, you can lower his attack, but it's not really needed. Didn't have too many issues with this stage. It's just going to depend on how much effort you've put into getting the free-to-play units, and how they're going to go from there. But yeah, once you can get this B-Pan and everything, you should be more than fine. And Trunks, like I say, will be carrying a large portion of the battle, as you can see, doing a large chunk of damage. Remember, with Trunks you're going to want to get as many numbers of orbs as possible, not so much as much key as possible. It's better to take something like 4 normal orbs, even if it's not filling up as key, than it is to take, for example, 1 blue orb or 2 blue orbs, for example, or something like that. It's just better overall to take the increased number of orbs, because his passive launches additional attacks based on how many orbs he gets. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing too untoward in the stage. You have quite a flexible amount of control of the fight, so overall really not too bothered with this. I didn't have any problems, and like I say, if you've been investing time and effort into your free-to-play cards, you shouldn't have any problems as well. So there we go. That's the harder difficulty done, I believe. And then now we'll just quickly pop in and take a look at the lower difficulty stage. But as you can see, we didn't have too many issues. Obviously we did well to keep Grandpa Gohan and Pan off rotation, just move them into the 3rd slot. But between Pan's healing, Ghost Tanks' healing, etc., you should be pretty easy and comfortable to go with the entire stage. As you can see there are a couple other Pans and Go Tanks that you can use. Obviously I suggest the physical one, the physical EZA Super Saiyan Go Tanks. He has a 70% all types lead, and that's obviously going to be rather helpful in this stage, because until you awaken Trunks, you're sitting under a 44% on your side lead, which is pretty low. And then not only that, but also, like I say, the Grandpa Gohan and Pan don't really fall under it. So by having physical Go Tanks, for example, you do obviously give Grandpa Gohan and Pan some kind of leader skill to work off of, which makes them less of a one-hit kill threat or anything like that. So yeah, but as you can see, the second difficulty we didn't have too many problems with, so I don't anticipate this first difficulty giving us any issues. We should be able to work our way through it quite quickly. As per all the other easier areas, it is going to be 15 bronze medals, 42 silver medals, 30 gold medals, and 30 rainbow medals. And there's also some missions as well, mainly for attempting the stage 10 times. You'll get 2 stones and a bit of zenny. Nothing too major, but I mean, hey, it's better than nothing. So, but as you can see, the first stage, really not difficult. Trunks won't survive the first Trunks, so that's both of them done relatively simply. No major accidents or anything like that, so we'll be more than good to farm up the Trunks and have a go. As you can see, the friend one that they give you is not too great, so if you have a whole bunch of friends, you're better off asking your friends to set Trunks as the lead. If they've put orbs in him, it's just going to make your life a little bit easier, give you a little bit more health, and just basically give you a little bit more defense, damage, and just all of the above, really. But then we'll just quickly take a look at the missions. Like I said, it's just completing it 10 times. You get a bit of money, and you will get some dragon stones as well, which is obviously, a nice little pat on the back, but it's nothing like a full-blown Extreme Z battle. It's more just like a little tip, really. And then as mentioned before, here's the Go Tanks. You can see his leader skill. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know how you go in the comments below. Till the next one, cheers and bye.